My name is Stephanie Schindler, and today I will be discussing a woman's ideal body image and how the media affects it. What is body image? Body image is the perception that a person has of their physical self and the thoughts and feelings that result from that perception. These feelings can be positive, negative, or both, and are influenced by individual and environmental factors. So, the idea of body image incorporates a number of fields such as psychology, philosophy, and cultural studies. Through the years, the ideals of the perfect body type have changed based on the fads of the time. Through time, we've discovered that society's idea of the perfect body basically runs on a cycle starting in ancient times. Which brings us to the history of body image. Hundreds of years ago, artists chose to portray their female subjects as curvy and what we call today plus size. Artists continued to sculpt, paint, and draw women as curvy through the 17th and 18th centuries. Starting in the late 20th century, we saw a shift from curvy women to more tall, thin models. Instead of being portrayed in art, these models are on the covers of magazines and are on runways. There was a short break between the skinny phase when Marilyn Monroe was introduced in the 60s, which led to the rise of bustier women in the modeling and advertising industry. Replacing this fad would be the corset and waist trainer paired with dieting and heavy exercising. America wanted a lean, fit woman in the media now. Interestingly enough, the next fad turns out to be obesity in the 90s. Which brings us to body image now versus then. The pic on the left is Marilyn Monroe in the 60s and what was at the time the ideal body. The photo on the right is what we're now calling perfection today. You can see how our ideals shift from very realistic to not very realistic at all. The model on the right is Alexis Ren, who has admitted to struggling with an eating disorder for years. Before the picture on the right was taken, her modeling agent actually told her that she had gained some weight and that she needed to work out more. Which seems absurd, but that is the modeling industry. Which brings us to wonder, what factors are responsible for the change in body image? And that would be the idea that sex sells. There's an idea that the over-sexualization of women in advertising will get the attention of viewers and sell more. And because this type of advertising is being shown on a platform available to almost everyone, women are seeing these ads younger and younger and growing up thinking this is what is expected of them in society. The media is shaping our society starting with the younger generations. Not only is advertising a major factor, but so is social media. New role models in the media are being introduced such as Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian. Because the children are being exposed so young, the body image cycle starts earlier. Which brings us to wonder, how is this affecting our youth? So the idea that women have to be of a certain body type to be accepted into society is leading to higher levels of eating disorders, depression, anxiety, obsessive compulsive disorders such as body dysmorphia, and ultimately suicide. And these are photos of Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner taken off of their Instagram, just to show that these are what our kids are growing up with as their role models. And there is a picture up of two kids dressed up as Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Which brings us to other types of influencers that hit a little bit closer to home. Barbie was founded in 1959 with a seemingly realistic body, but through the years, Barbie has been altered to have a smaller waist and thinner, longer legs. She would be 5'9" with a 39-inch bust, an 18-inch waist, and 33-inch hips, which is incredibly unrealistic. Thankfully now, Barbies are finally being made to resemble a more realistic girl and to appeal to a more diverse audience. If all we're seeing is negative adverse effects from this type of advertising, who is benefiting? Does sex really sell? Which brings us to Victoria's Secret versus American Eagle. Aerie recently launched the Aerie Real campaign vowing to end enhancement on photos. Enhancement meaning no more retouching, Photoshop, or airbrushing. While Victoria's Secret has been delivering the same brand since they opened in the 70s, all stores are covered with alluring pictures of women in lingerie. One woman went as far as to say those types of photos are advertised towards men and not women. Just to prove sex no longer sells, I pulled up the two stocks of American Eagle and Victoria's Secret side by side. The red on the left is Victoria's Secret, and the green on the right is American Eagle. To be able to model at Victoria's Secret, you have to be able to meet a few requirements. You have to be between 5'8" and 6 foot tall. and have a preferred body type, which would be a 34-inch bust, 24-inch waist, and 34-inch hips, though some variation is okay. While on average, a white woman aging between 18 and 25 is 38-inch bust, a 32-inch waist, and 41-inch hips. Proving further that Victoria's Secret has unrealistic standards when it comes to what the ideal woman should look like. American Eagle, on the other hand, is more diverse in almost every aspect, especially when it comes to race, body size, and physical conditions. I looked up online and couldn't find any of their modeling requirements since they launched the Aerie Real campaign, but overall they do strive for a more natural look. The reality is, our society is heading to what we're now calling a toxic culture. We need to strive for body positivity and break out of the cycle mentioned earlier.